And now to Politico's top 5 things to watch at today's counterterrorism meeting in the Situation Room at the White House. Joining us now, number 1, do heads roll? Which Obama will show up at the meeting? Will the president assist vigorous investigations? And does Panetta versus Blair resurface? Who controls the nation's spying? The director of the CIA or the director of national intelligence? And number 5, how far will the White House go in profiling? The author of that, Josh Gerstein, Politico's White House reporter, joining us from the White House lawn. Josh, thanks so much. You got it nailed. 5 things to watch. Let's talk about, first of all, are heads going to roll? Not likely from today's meeting, but what do you think the after effect will be?
Well, from what we're hearing, the president's going to crack heads. We're not hearing he's going to roll heads, Andrea, although that's the perennial question in Washington after one of these incidents. Certainly his tone a week ago in that very strident statement, you may remember, very a stern statement. He really seemed indignant. At that time, it did seem like maybe there would be some heads rolling over this, but I think as they've dug into the facts of what happened here, they just don't seem to have come up with appropriate people that they think they could remove that would somehow fix this problem or even send the right message to the bureaucracy.
Well, he'll be tough, so it'll be Dr. Obama, not Mr. Hyde, but not firing people. But let's go on to number 3, which is, of course, how aggressively will the White House help in the congressional investigations? Are they going to cite executive privilege? I suspect they will, in terms of some aides going up, but they won't be able to prevent the confirmable intelligence chiefs from going to the oversight committees, nor, of course, Janet Napolitano.
No, but this White House has tried to set a really different tone in terms of congressional oversight, that they're willing to cooperate where the Bush administration wasn't. Although when it's gotten down to the brass tacks, for example, during that Hassan investigation, the Fort Hood shooting, there was still some friction with the Hill about what information they would get. We still hear complaints from Hill Republicans that all the information is being funneled through a very, very tight window here at the White House, and that they can't get direct information from the CIA, from the DNI, and other officials. So with so many probes going on the Hill, you've got intelligence committees, you've got Homeland Security committees, you've got now the Justice committees, Judiciary committees all looking into this. You can be sure that there's going to be a certain degree of friction.
Speaking of friction, I think one of the things that you have been reporting and that we can be sure of is that the president will say, cut out the turf wars. Let's all work together, people. That's going to be a key message at today's meeting. It'll be interesting to see what he says coming out of this. Thanks so much, Josh Gerstein.